Hello and welcome to Pulse of the Week, the midweek edition on NSG News. News with integrity. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. And Pulse of the Week brings you the latest news update and also the latest current affairs in Ghana, report and review the news items for your consumption. When I return, I'll be sharing with you what has been happening in our country, Ghana, from Monday to today, Wednesday. Please stay with me. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. It's still Pulse of the Week, the midweek edition on NSG News, News with Integrity. With me, Kofi Asante Mensah. We begin, on a very sad news, and we say it's a Black Wednesday, because the government has confirmed the deaths of 8 individuals in a military helicopter crash that occurred on Wednesday, August 6, in the Adansi Akrofrom district of the Ashanti region. Among the deceased are Ghana's Defense Minister, Dr. Edward Omane Boamah, and the Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Murtala Mohammed. The Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, announced the tragic news at a press conference and directed that all national flags be flown at half-mast in honor of the victims.
Sadly, to announce a national tragedy involving the crash of a military helicopter this morning around the Adansi area in Ashanti region. Government regrets to announce the demise of the following persons in the tragic crash: Dr. Edward Kofi Omane Boamah, Minister for Defense; Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, MP, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology; Alhaji Muniru Mohammed Lemonad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator and former Minister for Food and Agriculture; Dr. Samuel Sapon, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress; and Mr. Samuel Abuaji, a former parliamentary candidate; Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Manin Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. The President and government extends our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and the servicemen who died in service to the country. All flags are to fly at half-mast until further notice. Thank you.
And may their souls rest in perfect peace. This is a very sad one for us as a country. Well, let's move on to some transport stories. Public transport fares across Ghana are set to increase by 20%, effective Friday, August 8, 2025. This follows a directive issued by the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, GRTCC, in collaboration with transport unions and in accordance with the administrative arrangement on public transport fares. According to a statement signed by Emmanuel Ohini Yeboah, General Secretary, and Alhaji Tanko, Acting National Chairman of the Council, the adjustment was necessitated by 3 key developments that have placed a significant burden on transport operators. Meanwhile, the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRTU, has disassociated itself from a recent announcement by the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, GRTCC, regarding a 20% increase in public transport fares set to take off on Friday, August 8, 2025.
So this time around, when we saw this communique, we were a bit surprised, for GRTCC coming up with this communique. Yes, we've seen some release from GRTCC, talking about they increasing transport fares by 20%, hopefully coming 8, that is coming Friday. In fact, when we saw this communique, we were a bit surprised because we have no idea about, this very increment. As we normally do, I believe our records will prove to us that this has never happened, that only GRTCC will come out with a communique, for increasing transport fares. Normally, what we normally do is that anytime there has to be an increment, the GPRTU, the GRTCC will meet the Transport Ministry, will all come up with a negotiation that we agree on a percentage that we have to increase. Then we come up with a joint
statement.
And then GRTCC, the person who will sign on behalf of GRTCC will be Mr. Ohini Ebua. Then the Godfred Abubu will also sign on behalf of GPRTCC. This has been the norm. This has been what we've been practicing for all this while. So this time around, when we saw this communique, we were a bit surprised, for GRTCC coming up with this communique. Yes, we've seen some release from GRTCC.
Right, so we hope they can resolve these issues and get back to us, because this will bring chaos in the country if GPRTU says we disassociate ourselves from the 20%, but the Transport Coordinating Council also says we are imposing an increment of 20%. And don't forget, GPRTU is the widest and the largest transport union in our country, Ghana. Let's move to other stories, and this is sports related, but it's of much essence to Ghanaians, because former Arsenal footballer Thomas Partey has been granted conditional bail after being charged with 5 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault. The 32-year-old Ghanaian appeared at Westminster Magistrate Court on Tuesday, charged with 5 counts of rape against 2 women and a charge of sexual assault against a 3rd woman. The alleged offenses took place between 2021 and 2022 when he was playing for North London club Arsenal. He was charged 4 days after leaving Arsenal when his contract expired at the end of June. His next appearance is at the Old Bailey on 2nd September. Mr. Partey was wearing a black zip neck jumper, black trousers, and carried a navy blazer as he entered court. He stood with his arms behind his back in the dock. He spoke to confirm his name and confirmed he understood his bail conditions. His bail condition states he cannot contact any of the 3 women and must notify police of any permanent changes of address or international travel. Let's move to another political story, where former Member of Parliament for Asen Central, Honorable Kennedy Ohini Ejapong, has officially picked nomination forms to contest in the New Patriotic Party's 2026 presidential primaries. The announcement was made in a Facebook post on Tuesday, August 5, by a spokesperson for his campaign team, Kwesi Kwarteng. Quote, "Official update, Honorable Ken Ohini Ejapong has officially picked nomination form to contest in the 2026 NPP flag bearership race," he wrote. Very much so. Let's move on to other stories. Ghana's Dr. Joyce Manyo will represent the nation as a key speaker or keynote speaker at the prestigious Global Political Marketing and Management Network, GPMMN, Conference 2025. She will participate in a high-profile panel titled Brandon Our Political Leaders, What Do the Public Really Want Now? Contributing Ghana's unique perspectives to the global discussion. The session will be chaired by Professor Jimmy Gallis and will explore whether traditional political branding theories will apply in today's volatile political environment, with elections, leadership crisis, and public distrust affecting governments worldwide. The panel will debate whether the current political branding playbook should be rewritten. Dr. Manyo, a lecturer at the University of Media, Arts and Communication in Ghana, specializes in political branding strategies in Ghana and in the UK. Her research focuses on voter behavior, policy communication, and designing political brand promises for developing democracies. Now let's move on to some cocoa stories, where the government has approved a significant increase in the producer price of cocoa, raising it from $3,100 to some $5,040 per ton for the upcoming 2025-2026 season. The announcement was made by Finance Minister Dr. Kessel Atoforsen via a social media post on Monday, August 4, following a meeting of the Producer Price Review Committee, PPRC, which he chairs. Dr. Atoforsen explained that the new price represents a 62.58% increase in US dollars terms and aligns with President Mahama's pledge to ensure cocoa farmers receive 70% of the free on board, that is FOB value.
The government has, by this decision, increased the producer price significantly by 62.58% in US dollar terms. This increase in the producer price represents 70% of the gross free on board value of $7,200 per ton, and aligns with the NDC's manifesto and President Mahama's promise to pay the cocoa farmer 70% of the FOB price. It is significant to note that for the 2024 and 2025 crop season, the previous administration set an FOB value of $4,850 per ton of cocoa and the producer price at $3,100 per ton, representing 63.9% of the FOB price, even though the world market price at the time was much better than today. And for emphasis, between 2025 and 20.
All right, so let's do some more cocoa-related stories. The government has officially launched a new tertiary scholarship scheme specifically designed for the children of cocoa farmers. This initiative aims to improve access to higher education for students from cocoa growing areas, recognizing the vital role cocoa plays in Ghana's economy and the need to support the families who drive this sector. The scholarship program, a collaborative effort between the Ghana Cocoa Board, and the Ministry of Education, is set to provide financial assistance for tuition fees, accommodation, and stipends for eligible students pursuing various tertiary education programs across the country. Finance Minister Dr. Atoforsen said this on Monday.
President Mahama has introduced a tertiary education scholarship scheme for children of cocoa farmers. Subsequently, in the 2025 and 2026 season, Cocoa Board will develop modalities and implement the Cocoa Tertiary Scholarship Scheme for children of cocoa farmers, which will take effect from the 2026 and 2027 academic year. Again, beginning 2025 and 2026 crop season, Cocoa Board will roll out the Ghana Cocoa Traceability System. This system will ensure that cocoa produced in Ghana can be traced from a port of land to a port of shipment. This all-new system will ensure that Ghana is in full compliance with the due diligence requirement of the European Union Deforestation Regulation, which takes effect from 31st of December 2025.
And do some fire-related stories. The Greater Accra Regional Fire Commander of the Ghana National Fire Service, ACFO 2, Rashid Kwame Nisau, has confirmed that a gas cylinder explosion was the cause of Sunday's devastating fire outbreak at Madina's Race Junction near the Redco Down Washing Bay area.
Bullet, yes, and I saw a camera too, and about 9, and about to ever come beforehand. Do something you a pop action, yeah, picking it, you know, yeah, picking boys, and or to 2 o'clock. I think if I'm police one, every kind of police war, any police one fire service. Try to put them down, police want to protect it. Then I don't know, obviously, at the end of party, 2 films.
I'm mobile and some before and some on mobile and actually I'm mobile and actually never be praised. You never be praised. I say, my dress, young Konya, a day, I say, I did say, Sana on
Let's do some more stories here on NSG News with integrity. And this is Pulse of the Week, the midweek edition. And this is Kofi Asante Mensah. Some more stories. The Ekona royal family of Nsuta has officially informed the Asantehene Otumfuo 82 II of the passing of Ghanaian music icon Charles Kojo Fosu, popularly known as Daddy Lumba. A delegation led by the Samahene paid a solemn visit to the Menchia Palace on Monday, August 4, 2025, to perform the traditional rites of notification to the revered monarch. The visit makes a significant cultural tradition in Asanteman, where the Asantehene, as the custodian of the land and its people, must be formally informed of the death of any royal or prominent native. Right, so some more stories. A private legal practitioner, Bernard Bediako Bedu, who is also the Akwetia NDC constituency secretary, has emerged winner of the party's parliamentary primary. He defeated his contenders, former member of parliament Henry Boachi Yadom and Erasmus Koni Ali, to secure the party slot ahead of the upcoming September 2 or 2nd September bar election. A total of 1,015 delegates turned out to participate in the elections, which began around 11 a.m. and ended at around 4 p.m. Bernard Bediako Bedu secured 380 votes, followed closely by Erasmus, who pooled some 366 votes. Former NDC MP Henry Boachi Yadom had 266.
1,053. At the end of the elections, 975 voters voted. Now the results. Rejected ballot 3. Candidate Bernard Bediako Bedu had 380 votes. Candidate Erasmus Koni Ali had 366 votes. Candidate Henry Yadom Boachi had 226 votes. So total valid votes were 972. Rejected ballot papers were 3, and total vote cast for today's elections is 975. Now I invite candidate Bernard Bediako Bedu to come here. For commission, I declare Mr. Bernard Bediako Bedu as candidate elect for the NDC for the Akwetia parliamentary by elections.
In more news, the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations, Samuel Nati George, has defended the government's firm stance against MultiChoice Ghana operators of DSTV over what he describes as their defiant monopoly and unresponsiveness to public concerns about high subscription cost. In a post on his social media pages on Monday, August 4, 2025, the minister stated that the government policy directive is a last resort action to protect the Ghanaian public from what appears to be a recalcitrant monopoly which has become tone deaf to the crisis of their customers.
I wrote back to the NCA on Monday and directed the NCA in that letter to suspend the broadcasting license of DSTV effective 7th of August 2025 if they fail to effect a reduction in their bundle prices. I cannot, as minister serving the Ghanaian people, continue to watch what can best be described as plain stealing happening to the Ghanaian people. In my letter to them, I gave them scenarios from 7 markets that DSTV is operating in. The same content in the premium bouquet that is offered to Ghanaians for $83 equivalent is offered to Nigerians for $29 equivalent. How can anyone explain this price disparity to me? Enough of the mistreatment of the Ghanaian consumer. They either comply with the reduction Because in Nigeria, in the same time frame that they say the Ghanaian cedi has depreciated by 240%, the Nigerian naira has depreciated by 409%. If Nigerians are paying equivalent of $29, DSTV must charge same here in Ghana, or we will suspend their broadcasting license.
In more news, the Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, has ordered an immediate suspension of the manufacture of Tasty Tom Enriched Tomato Mix, citing serious health and safety breaches at the production facility of NutriFoods Ghana Limited. The decision, according to a press statement issued on Sunday, August 3, follows an earlier directive for the recall of all canned Tasty Tom Enriched Tomato Mix product, as well as specified batches of the product in 380 gram and 1.05 kg pouches. The FDA's action was prompted by numerous customers' complaints and a subsequent investigation into the company's operations. Findings from the FDA inspection revealed poor maintenance of key manufacturing equipment and a lack of adequate monitoring systems to ensure product safetiness.
Certification standards here before products leave your yard. Oh, you can go there and go and do your accounting. So all these pack here are rejected. As you can see, this is Tasty Tom Enriched Tomato Mix, produced by NutriFoods Ghana Limited. It was produced on the 21st of July 2025. In less than 10 days, it is fully bloated, and they have a lot packed in their warehouse, and we are going for them. This cannot be tolerated in Ghana. Our health matter. And everything must be done to expose them and bring them to book so that Ghanaians can eat proper food.
Let's do some more stories even as we wrap up the midweek edition of Pulse of the Week on NSG News, News with Integrity. To the camp of Ioko and Shatta Wale, the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Ioko, has confirmed conducting a lawful search and seizure operation at the Trasaco Valley Phase 1 residence of Ghanaian dance hall musician Ni Ama Mensah, popularly known as Shatta Wale. The operation, carried out in June this year by Ioko's Surveillance and Asset Recovery Unit, followed a 2023 request from the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and the Department of Justice, DOJ, as part of an ongoing international investigation into financial crimes. During the operation, Ioko office seized a 2019 Lamborghini reportedly tied to criminal proceeds belonging to one Nana Kwabna Amua, a Ghanaian currently serving an 86-month sentence in the United States for multiple financial offenses. The vehicle, according to both U.S. and Ghanaian authorities, was purchased with proceeds from Amua's criminal enterprise and had been traced to Shatta Wale. And Shatta Wale has this to say.
Why do you want to spread lies into the brains of the people? That's like that, and I'm way you can sell the car for me, so that's why people investigate the thing. Oh, I mean, I'll be smart boy. I'm not be bad boy. Maybe we do your office sometimes. Then sometimes one of you just make mistake. See, Shatta Wale be disrespectful. I am never disrespectful. I am just real to the things we are the talk of. I am just truthful. That be my life. Somebody say the truth hurts. So all what I talk, they say, one, you did not get the vehicle. I did not get a vehicle from that so-called Nana Amwa or Nana Kwame something. You not being inside the car for me. So don't come and give me case. You came to my house because of a Dubai. Now, you change the whole matter, make it go look like right now because you know if you use a Dubai and get the car no. Right now be from some Nanamoa. Remote, I can't tell me from house. The team where they say you come out, can't tell me about any Nanamoa. Don't lie to the people. We are tired. Don't lie to the people. I beg you, Charlie. I beg you, Charlie. This thing, you see this people do. You touch my heart, and Mama forget this matter. So say you go listen this matter and say but why you go take the car for the boy? That's why you not tell us say some Nanamoa and guy where they shoot him and some blah blah blah. You can't use the Dubai. As I catch your office, when you talk about the Dubai matter. Why I say I don't know him? Right now you say the car, it is stolen car, but they shoot somebody for inside. Where they bring the car come Ghana. So the car they look for him. Why did they talk this matter for? Why did they talk this matter for? I know this, but I know they do anything bad to fear anybody for this country. Because I am just a hustler. I am just working hard. I don't know anybody called Nana Akwame Amwa. I am a third party to that Lamborghini. I don't know anybody. I repeat myself. Right now. I don't know anybody. This one right now. I don't know anybody. I didn't get any vehicle from the so-called Nana Kwabena Amwa.
All right, so that is the rant of dance hall musician Shatta Wale. And that's how we bring the bulletin or the pulse of the week, midweek edition to a close. But before we go, a quick relook at our headlines and a quick reminder that Daddy Lumbe's 1 week, it's official now. His official 1 week will be marked in Accra here on the 30th of August. But the funeral itself would be done in Kumasi. Let's take a look at that. Our major headline today is the Defense Minister, Environment Minister, and 6 others confirmed dead in military helicopter crash. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah, and this has been Pulse of the Week, the midweek edition on NSG News, News with Integrity. Thank you for watching.